Levine, and this is the concept map that I did for the cell bio class. And what all of these definitions had in common was that they are all involved with chemistry. In chemistry, there are atoms, and an atom has a nucleus which contains neutrons and protons. This is where they are found, in the nucleus. Atoms also have electron shells that contain valence electrons and regular electrons. Electrons can be acceptors, which are also known as anions, or they can also be donors, which are also known as cations. And what both of these cations and anions have in common is that they're both involved in oxidation reduction reactions. Atoms can also have a radioactive isotope, and this is when an atom contains more protons, but not the same neutrons. Radioactive isotopes also have half-lives, and this is where the radioactivity falls to its original value. Okay. And also, elements are involved with chemistry, and they have a close relationship with atoms because every element has an atom. And in every element, there is an atomic weight, and atomic weight has a lot to do with molecular weight because you have to find the atomic weight of each of the compounds to find the molecular weight. A unit of molecular weight is called a Dalton. Also, in elements, there are bonds that contain polar covalent bonds, double covalent, non-polar covalent bonds, triple covalent, and ionic bonds, which has hydrophobic interactions. And what all of these bonds have in common is that they determine the electronegativity of every element. Also, every element has an atomic number. They also have, elements can combine to form compounds. And an example of a compound is a sugar, which are also closely related with carbohydrates. And monosaccharides and polysaccharides are types of carbohydrates. Some examples of elements include calcium, potassium, phosphorus, chloride, sodium, sulfur, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. And phosphorus is found in the group phosphate, which is also a compound. Chloride and sodium combine to form salt, which is a compound. And nitrogen comes from ammonia, and ammonia has nitrogen in it, which forms amines. Also, hydrogen and oxygen form to combine water, and water has a water isotope. It also has hydronium ions, and carbon here, as we can see, has a lot to do with organic chemistry because it is carbon-based. And an alcohol is a type of organic compound which would be involved in organic chemistry. And also another type of chemistry that a lot of people venture off into is inorganic chemistry. Okay. So hydrogen, as we can see here, also has hydrogen bonds, also related to hydrogen bonds of network. And also, back to the compounds, two or more isomers are also known as a compound. Measurements in chemistry include milliliters, meters, liters, and grams. And a gram is the most common type of measurement that we use, and from grams we can convert it to moles and find the molarity. And also the Avogadro's number is a unit, uses moles as a unit. Okay. And also chemistry has a lot to do with proteins. These are things that are found in our DNA along with nucleotides. Types of proteins include glycoproteins, which involve amino acids because they are the building block proteins are the building block for amino acids. And another main component that we have here is lipids, which are also known as fats, but they are called there are subunits which are called phospholipids. They have a lot to do with the glycoproteins, amino, and fatty acids. And fatty acids consist of carboxylic acid. And carboxylic acid is a type of acid. And an acid has a low pH level. A base here we have has a high pH level. And two types of lipids include saturated fats and unsaturated fats, since we did say lipids are fats. And also, two other definitions that were involved with the chemistry is adhesion and cohesion, and they're basically the opposite of each other. And here, also I skipped a part here. Hydrogen has hydroxyl, and different types of functional groups are methyl, sulfhydryl, carbonyl, ketone, carbohyl, aldehyde, and like I said, those were functional groups. And this is how all of these definitions are related to chemistry.